All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday afternoon. Well, it's Monday afternoon where I am anyway. Not a great day today. Not a great day. So we're going to talk about where do we go from here? Are we going higher? Are we going lower? I'm just going to fiddle around at this level. So that's what we're going to talk about today. A lot going on. So welcome everybody. You know, one of the things we're looking at is what happened. Why is this happening? Why is it going down? And so I've got a question for you. Yes, I have a question for you guys. Did you think crypto investing was going to be easy? Did you think this was easy? You think you just buy something and it goes to the moon and you become rich? You think this is easy? No. This market is trying to shake you out. That's right. This market is trying to make you fearful, make you scared, make you like, this is just going to keep going down. I'm going to sell. And then the whales and the institutions and everyone else comes in and scoops up your Doge or your Bitcoin or your ETH that you sold because you were scared. Because it didn't end up being so easy, did it? It didn't end up being so easy. And so what do? They shake you out and then they pick up the loose change and they say, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you thought this was going to be easy. Now, the bears are the ones who bought high, right? And they're really frustrated because they're way down in their portfolios. And so they're like, yeah, this all sucks, right? But most of us have been buying. We're still in the green, even despite the pullbacks. We're still in the green. And the rest of you are the faithful. The faithful. The ones who get it, the ones who get it, and you just keep buying on the dips because you know this is all just a shakeout, right? This is all FUD. This is all whatever, right? And the good times are coming. So we're going to talk about where do we go from here? Are we going up? Are we going down, right? What's happening from here? So we're going to talk about that. Hey, Joke Smoke. Well, thank you on a Monday. Good afternoon. Thank you for the super chat. And you gifted a membership. Thank you again, Smoke. What's up? Troy Sprunger. Hey, Troy. Congratulations. Joke Smoke just gave out a free membership to the KrissPax channel. And you're now a member, Troy. Awesome. Thank you, Joke Smoke. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Very, very cool. So, remember last week? Remember Friday? Do you remember Friday? This guy, Jerome Powell, right? Dove-ish, or some could say bullish, right? Rate cuts are coming, right? Bitcoin to 150K, Ethereum ripping up to $6,000, right? Remember that? Yeah, what happened to that? What happened to that? Right? This is how the market works. Some big thing comes along, everybody gets hyped up, price goes up, and then there's not enough to keep it going up. So the market makers take over and they're like, yeah, you might be able to buy on the dips, but if you're using leverage, we can't have that. We cannot have that. Taking out leverage. As we've been talking about all weekend long, right? We've been watching it all weekend long. And today was just the next drop. So Dogecoin now at 21.4. Now Dogecoin has not yet gone all the way down to where it was Friday morning. Friday morning, before the Powell-Jackson Hole speech, Dogecoin had dropped that morning down to 20.9. Yes, below this blue line, 20.9. And we're at 21.4. So Dogecoin has not dropped below the dip on Friday morning. We look at ETH, and of course, ETH is not as low as it was on Friday morning. But Bitcoin is lower. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has even dropped with a wick today down to 110.3, which is lower than the wick that we had yesterday, which means what? More fresh meat. More fresh meat, more leverage taken out at a lower price. And maybe this whole drop we've had today, just this afternoon, is all to get that lower price on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's down to 110. Ben Cowan, he's like, I told you 105. I told you. Bitcoin's got to go down to the bull market support band. Got to go down there. So he's like, but Bitcoin is lower. And then we can look at a bunch of other coins, like Algorand has not dropped to where it was Friday morning. Solana has not dropped to where it was Friday morning. Cardano has not dropped to where it was Friday morning. It's only Bitcoin. It's only Bitcoin, guys. It's only Bitcoin. XRP has not dropped to where it was Friday morning. It's only Bitcoin that has dropped lower. And why is that? Well, we talked about the whale selling, right? This morning's video, did you guys watch this morning's video? I caught you up to date on what that was about. I caught you up to date on that. And it looks like the whale who did all that big selling that caused that huge red candle we were all frightened about was just Bitcoin. It was a crap ton of Bitcoin that was sold. And what were they doing? They were buying ETH. And so ETH started going right back up. Kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting there. So overall, and again, I covered that in this morning's video. I'm not going to go into the detail here. You got to watch this morning's video. This morning, it was a good one. Another good one. Another banger by Kriss here. This morning's video on Dogecoin's potential. You got to watch that one. That's a good one. So overall, my magnet is still up there at 25 cents. So we're going to have to just push that over. It's like 25 cents. We'll get there. We are looking at, this is on the 4-hour chart, we are looking at this upward sloping support line. And we're going to see whether that holds. It's getting close right now. It's getting close. So still in the game. Still in the game. We'll see. But I just said 21.5 would be a point where we would be like looking to hit. And now we're at 21.35, 21.34, 21.33. Like we are right here, right now, guys. Right here, right now. On this pullback with Doge. So we'll get back to that in a minute. Look, this has happened before. Look at this. For the past 2 years, we have seen the exact same behavior on Bitcoin after Jackson Hole. small pump, then a correction, then a multi-month uptrend. Look what happened in 2023. Bitcoin. Powell talks at Jackson Hole, price comes up, and then the price goes crashing back down. It kind of futzes around a little more. One last big dip to shake out, and then what happened? Up, up, up. 2024, Jackson Hole. Again, we're near the end of August, last week of August each year, right? What happens? Bitcoin goes up and then down, and then a second drop, shaking people out. And then what did Bitcoin do? Up, up, up. Guys, where are we now? 2025, last week of August. Powell talks to everyone from Jackson Hole. Price goes up. So far, we just see the price coming back down. So far, it's just the price coming back down. We have not had the second drop. That's going to come. And then what are we going to do? Up, up, up. There it is, right there. History repeats. I know, it looks pretty frightening right now. And there's probably going to be another dip that's going to go even lower. And maybe Ben Cowan gets his bull market support band hit. And he will be the god. Oh, Ben Cowan, Ben Cowan. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Is Bitcoin going to do that one last big drop after this one, right? We're going to see another one that's going to go down even lower to shake everybody out. And maybe this is it right now. Maybe this is it happening right now. But you can't deny the history here. It happened in August of 2023. It happened in August of 2024. And here we are reliving it again in August 2025. But you can be a bear. I'm just saying, look, this happened before. It happened last year. It happened the year before. What are you going to do about it? You're just going to bitch and moan. Don't come crying to me because I can't help you. I can't help you. Like I said at the beginning of the live stream, you thought this was going to be easy? You thought crypto investing was easy? No. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, every once in a while you might get lucky, right? Hey, the first time I bought crypto, I got lucky. I bought Dogecoin at 2 cents, and 2 days later, it was at 8 cents, a 4x in 2 days, 400% gain. And I was like, hey, this is easy. No, I didn't. Because I knew, because my stock trading, swing trading, and all that I had done. But it's different this time. Exactly, Bruce. It's different this time. This is going to be fascinating to watch. This is going to be fascinating to watch and go back to this. In fact, I'm going to bookmark this one. I just added it to my bookmark. This is worth bookmarking on X because, man, if it does the exact same pattern again, I can come back to August 25th and say, guys, look, I showed you the pattern and we're living it now. And some of you getting all freaked out. And it's like, we've been here before. And this is Bitcoin. Yes, this is the $2 trillion asset, right? That's doing this. Again, for those that just coming in, look at the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin is at a lower price now than it was on Friday morning before the Jerome Powell speech at Jackson Hole. Bitcoin is now at a lower price. but nothing else is. Doge, still higher than it was on Friday morning. ETH, higher than it was on Friday morning. Solana, higher than it was on Friday morning. Cardano, higher than it was on Friday morning, etc., etc., etc. It's Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin leading the downfall of the crypto market now. Total manipulation. I think this guy that sold the billions of dollars of Doge or of Bitcoin here on Sunday, I think he knew what was coming and he front ran it. And not only that, but he then started buying ETH. He should have probably waited a little more to buy ETH because ETH is a lot cheaper today than it was yesterday. But it didn't look like he spent all of his earnings from cashing out that Bitcoin into ETH, though. So he probably still has some powder to buy more. Look, I can only look at the history, right, and look at the patterns. This one is fascinating. So, altcoins. What are you going to do? Well, this is altcoin Sherpa. He's looking at the Bitcoin chart and he's like, where is it going to go from here? Is it going to follow the black line and go up or follow the red line and go down? So far, we see the red line playing out because Bitcoin has now dropped below that second dip and is now at 110.4. It dropped all the way down to 110. I got a notification here on Robinhood that says Bitcoin dropped below 110. Thanks, of course, to the Bitcoin I bought at the top, right? So I now get the notifications on Bitcoin on my Robinhood app. 109,999, right? 109,999. So are you going to see the red play out and go lower, or are we just going to recover back and go up through the end of the month and into September? Interesting. Well, what else do we have? Guess what? We got a new CME gap thanks to this weekend, and it's a big one. And the CME gap is higher than we are presently trading. So for those who say all CME gaps must be filled, there's a lot of you out there, right? The CME gaps must be filled. We now have a big ass CME gap on Bitcoin that's higher. So we should all be bullish. Usually when we're talking about CME gaps that need to be filled, they're lower, and we're wondering when the dip is going to happen to go down and fill the gap. Well, now it's higher than we are right now. How about that? How often does that happen? In a bull cycle, right? In the bull cycle, how often does that happen? So there we go. That tells me Bitcoin's going up to fill the CME gap. It has to, right? It has to. Oh, but we continue. Stablecoins. Stablecoins. You know, there's all this talk about stablecoins going on, particularly when it comes to the United States government. The Genius Act, remember that? The Genius Act is pro stablecoin legislation. And with that, that means the United States government is supporting stablecoins. Why do they like stablecoins? As I've said, they love the stablecoin because it helps the dollar. Yes, stablecoins are linked to the dollar. However, another thing that I hadn't talked about is, where do stablecoins actually reside? Like, where do they sit? People do not understand how the Genius Act has changed the game. Stablecoins equals smart contracts. And smart contracts run on Ethereum, mostly. There's some other L1s that hold some stablecoins, but most of them are built on ETH. For every dollar tokenized in the form of stablecoins, demand for ETH block space grows. That's why institutions are now stacking ETH like their life depends on it. ETH. This is why Ethereum just hit a new all-time high. Because ETH is what you want to be buying now. So the whale who just sold all that Bitcoin and getting into ETH, this is why. He sees it. Stablecoins. Can you believe it? Stablecoins. So, Bitcoin dominance breaking down. We've been watching Bitcoin dominance break down. It continues to break down. And let's look at live and see where we are in Bitcoin dominance. 58. Bitcoin dominance is actually going up right now. Interesting. Bitcoin dominance. Still not as high as it was on Friday morning. Bitcoin dominance has not recovered up to there. Because we were at 59.5. Now we're at like 58.5. So on this dip, although Bitcoin is lower, the alts are falling harder than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dominance is going up. So what does that mean for Doge? Well, for Doge is bouncing around in this triangle. I think it's kind of fallen out the bottom of the triangle at the moment. It's close, right? It's right there. What is the next move? Well, Bitcoin Census says, well, the classic move would be back up, and then down, and then we break out. That'd be the classic move. Dogecoin has been consolidating inside the symmetrical triangle pattern. Price is now nearing the apex point, close to breaking out of the structure. This is also what Ali showed. If you didn't see my video this morning, I showed the same Ali big triangle, and Ali was saying pretty much the same thing. But we look at SUI and we're like, which way is SUI going to go, up or down? Is it going to bounce around and go up, bounce around and go down? And almost every altcoin has a similar pattern. It's all lining up right now to this make or break. What's going to happen? Personally, I think it's going to be right in the middle, right? It's going to be in the middle, but it's going to keep going up and down for a while. That's what I think. There's going to be dips to buy. There's going to be rips. Maybe you want to swing trade. Again, I'm not swing trading. Very uncertain market. But I go back to this and I'm like, history repeats again and again. And here we are. Everybody getting freaked out on the pullback, but we've had it before. We had it last August. We had it the August before. And actually that second dip, like I said, right? I was warning you, right? First week of September, there's always another dip. Look at 2024. That second dip was the first week of September. The second dip in 2023 was the first week of September. So, for those wondering, why does Kriss keep saying there's going to be a big dip the first week of September? Because it happened last year and it happened the year before. And here it is. So, this is the first dip. Next week, dip number 2. It's always lower than the one we have now. That will satisfy Ben Cowan. It will satisfy Kriss. It'll satisfy this chart. And then we move up. as we've done again and again. It's going to freak people out next week. Exactly, Stickman, right? Why does Kriss keep saying that? We've been here before. So, again, I say for the third time now during this live stream, did you think crypto investing was going to be easy? Did you think it was going to be easy? Not that easy. Couple other little things. Here's one. Binance US posted today this, which is kind of interesting. Kriss talked about this a couple months ago when we were having all of this new crypto legislation, and I was wondering whether Binance US would end up getting rolled back into the main Binance, and here in the United States, you're going to be able to trade on Binance. No more Binance US anymore. It's all going to be the big Binance. And look what posted today. This looks like the big Binance logo underneath the Binance US logo, which is being peeled off. Huh, interesting. I think Binance is coming to America. The Binance exchange is coming to America. CZ, richest man on earth, yeah. And although CZ is not officially the CEO of Binance anymore, you know he's involved. You know he is, right? So that's coming. So be ready. Now, are they going to have on the Binance in the United States, are they going to have leverage trading and shorting? That'll be interesting. Kind of tough to do in the United States right now, but that's going to make it worse. Like, oh man. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Thought that was interesting. Doge is coming right down to the upward sloping support line. We're right there. We are right there, my friends. And what do you guys think? Bitcoin's at 110.5. Is it going to go down to 105? Satisfy Ben Cowan's prediction? Where do you guys stand on all of this? Let's get to the Q&A, see how you guys are feeling. Kevin O'Leary, $13 million in sports cards. Oh, that was that one card, right? That had the autographs on it. Buying the top. I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth more later. Interesting, though. Demo. I've been waiting 5 years for this moment. It's all coming. All about patience. If you're still a believer in the 4-year cycles, some of you think it already topped. Some of you don't think the top is going to be till 2026. I'm sticking to October, November, taking slices of profits, letting some continue to ride just in case. But that's where I am. In my opinion, we'll see a big Dogecoin rally in October. Fifeys, or however you pronounce your name, Fi Sam, maybe? I'll call it Fi Sam. That's what I'm betting on. Big time. Do you know why I say that? Again, I show this, right? Dogecoin, ETF, October 17th, final deadline. October 17th. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. When it's low, start buying. Stop buying the green candles. Exactly. Hey, Shami, how are you? Good to see you, man. I took a step back from social media, just been working, still holding your million Doge, still waiting. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. It's been the summer of chop, and the summer of chop continues, as Kriss predicted. I sold all my ETH yesterday, Yuli says. Now dry powder to buy more Doge. Wait for the first week of September. If you say the price might be lower, there's that second dip. I don't know if it's going to be lower or higher, but I mean, right now we're getting a nice dip. We're about to go down to 20.9 for Doge. With interest rates possibly being lowered into 2026, could the top for crypto be extended? It isn't tied directly to interest rates. Tom Crown was showing an overlay of interest rates. Was it Tom? Or maybe it was Robbie on Digital Asset News, was showing an overlay of interest rate hikes and cuts with the price of crypto, and it wasn't directly correlated. So no, it doesn't really follow interest rates. Flo still thinks Bitcoin's going to 107. Well, if it's going to go to 107, it might as well go to Ben Cowan's bull market support band, which I was reading it like 105, but I'll have to wait for him to update it because it's probably going to be correct. Hey, Gavin. Hey, KB. How are you? Christian, eating popcorn. Ramon, I want to buy more crypto like I want a root canal. But if they want me to be even richer, I'll play their game. Let's go, market makers. So how are you feeling about that 31-cent Doge by the end of August now? As we now dip into the 20s, guys. Yo. Here you go, Christoph, what you were waiting for. Now you got to go another week until another Friday. Oh, God. I don't know if I want to wait for you, Christoph. Come on. All week? Ouch. Ouch. Hey, Matt, I have patience, but to be honest, if it wasn't for your videos, I wouldn't know what the heck is going to... Yep. Yep. And then we have our resident bear, Mr. Khan. Hopefully around 15 cents. You and Khan, Christoph. Come on, man. Demo, 18 cents. If we're dipping at the end of August, can we dip at the end of September? Ouch, Doge, symmetrical triangle broke to the downside. That's not what Ali said. Ali said it was going up. ETH still has another 25% left to drop. Yeah, ETH is the strongest right now. Not feeling so good about it now. Yeah. I still thought we would get up to 25 and we didn't quite make it. But again, this is a pullback now, another one. It'll come back up. It's not just going to keep going down from here. That's not how it works. A lot of shorts coming in now, probably going to come up and take out a bunch of shorts. And then next week, it'll be another Friday. Friday to Friday. Well, today's Monday. You need to save some of that dry powder for Mondays, Christoph. Oh, Oh, rip the orange line. Yeah, Ryan. There it goes. Rip the orange line. Upward sloping support lines work until they don't. None of the TA guys have this except for Ben Cowan, right? Just Ben Cowan is the only one. His stupid bull market support band. Gotta go down. Gotta go down. Bonk into the 19s. Thanks for the reminder. I do have a bag of bonk. I took a gamble by not selling in December so I wouldn't have immediate taxes. It didn't work out. You know, in the back of my mind, I might have had that thought too, to not sell so much in 2024 and wait until 2025. So I didn't take more profits then. I took some, but not enough. Cheese Danish is stocking up on Doge. The market makers treating us like rag dolls. Everybody said the dip will come in September. Everybody's trying to front run everybody else. I haven't heard other people talking about September dips, but I have all summer long. All summer long, I've said September dip. The only guarantee, Shidafu says, the only guarantee with Doge is that we'll give back its gains 100% of the time. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go all the way back down. The low in the bear market was 4.95 cents. So it did not go all the way down below a penny. So this bear market will not go all the way down to that bear market low of 4.95 cents. It'll be higher. That's how crypto is, unless you're following some stupid, celebrity token or something, which will give up 100% of its gains, but not Doge. We always bounce back. Quick, everyone panic sell. I need cheaper dips. Panic sell. The heat map. Sure, demo. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. They're going after the longs. You know that. Oh, look at that one on Bitcoin. Look at that big yellow. $76 million. Gone. Gone. And that's just a new trade. There's some longer ones. We'll zoom out and you'll see some longer ones, but that's a new one. Man. Big time. They brought the price up just enough to take out some shorts. There's a lot more up here. Let's look at the week on Bitcoin. Then we'll go to Doge. Well, yeah, I mean, the big dip that we had on Sunday took out a lot, but this is taking out even more. Some of these are longer than a week. Let's look at the 2 week. There's got to be some big ones down here. They wouldn't drop it lower. Month? When's the last time Bitcoin was at this level? Even longer than a month? Wow. Okay. 3 months. Just gotta keep zooming out until you hit it. There we go. Yeah, these are like 300 million, 400 million, 100 million, 250 million. Those are these long ones that go all the way back to first week of July. They've held these open since the first week of July did not take profits at the new all-time high, did not close out their leverage longs, and now they're getting liquidated. Why would you hold a leverage trade, long leverage trade, and not close it out up here? Wow. What goes down must come up. Yeah, not much on the Doge chart. Not really too much on the Doge chart. But it is a nasty dip anyway. Doge is just following Bitcoin. Yeah, there's a few big ones down here. Yikes. Okay. Well, that's what we got. Funny to see the change in attitude from green days to red days. I know, right? I was talking about that too. The sentiment changes from day to day. Crazy, huh? Wow. Why is all the crypto down? We just talked about it. Costco kielbasses. Oh, never fade Ben Cowan. Hiya, David. Never say never. I know, bonk. Blah, exactly. Wake me up when August ends. I know, right? And then that first week of September, right when you think, okay, August is done, here we go, it's going to dump again. See opportunities to enter. That's up to you. Decide whether you want to buy now or wait for September. Maybe halvesies, right? Buy some now and then some the first week of September. Will it be higher or lower than now? We don't know. We don't know. History will say that the September dip is lower than the August dip. History will say the September dip is lower than the August dip. Again, it happened the past 2 years. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen again, but I'm just saying the September dip was lower than the August dip in 2024, and the September dip was lower than the August dip in 2023. When's my next purchase of Doge? I'm getting a mining rig. I'm not buying Doge. I have committed myself to doing some Dogecoin mining. So I'm going to do that. It always crashes huge prior to a big run. And we've seen that too the past 2 years. Exactly. I never panic sell, I panic buy. Back to 18 cents. I mean, it just broke below my upward sloping support line. I don't rule anything out. $105 is the number, KB. 105. Again, that was kind of zoomed out on Ben's chart. And I thought that was what he said the other day when he was talking about his bull market support band. I'll have to go and rewatch that piece, I think. But has Bitcoin already topped out, my friend? We do not know. If it does, then I bought the all-time top for the whole cycle. If Bitcoin is already topped out, I'm a genius. I bought Bitcoin at a higher price than anybody. king of the mountain. You love the PENGU? Buy the dip? The amount of people still bullish in here makes me think we still need a minimum 30 to 40% drop to shake more out. Well, Con, you know, that can happen. And again, that's that September dip. It always comes. It could be, but not 30 to 40, like another 10 maybe. Another 8 to 10, but not 30 to 40. That's like that's like whole, you know, the black swan event thing, some huge piece of negative news that drops it that much. The market itself that won't go down that low. I don't think that's happening. Time to hit the slopes. Red days are buying days. 104, 105, you know, it's down there. We got to break up a very long uptrend. I have my next line at 98. Why don't you have a little limit order buy at least at 105? So if Ben Cowan is right, and that's the bottom on the dip, and it goes higher, you at least bought some. If you're buying Bitcoin. So what Kriss is telling me is to buy a 500x long. Exactly. Go all in. Crypto's so easy. This crypto thing is so easy. I can make so much money. 500x long. Oh. Are we front running the pullback? I know, right, Angel? My miner is supposed to arrive Thursday. UPS says it's on the plane. Getting all ready, DW? Nice. For those curious about mining Dogecoin, I remind you, if you're interested, there's a sale going on for the DG Home 1 miner from ElphaPex. They've cut the price huge down to $1,100. And then if you use my code below, you get another $200 off of this price down to $900. $900 for a home miner. Plugs right into the wall. You don't need a special electrical plug or anything like that. So normal power, ElphaPex, DG Home 1. Check it out. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. But there's a sale going on for the next week and 2 days maybe. I'll find out exactly when the last day of the sale is as we get into next weekend. But if you use my promo code below, you get $200 off additional after that sale price. Around town, you're sore from playing golf for the first time in a couple of years, enjoying some couch time with the live. I hope that's just the first time back on the course and you spend much more time outside. I have always wanted to get into golf, but I'm just like, God, I don't have 3 hours, you know, to walk around a golf course. I'm just so busy. I got so much going on. Now, once I retire, maybe I take up golf, maybe. But I'm just way too busy right now. I can't afford the time. And I've never really golfed. I've done a little par 3, like pitch and putt kind of thing, but never on a big golf course, like, you know, big driver, like whacking it for, you know, 100, 200 yards. I've never done that. Maybe when I retire. Duchess, my husband and I will not panic and sell like all the others do. $19.5 a kilowatt hour. Yeah, so you can go on you can go on this website called Mining Now. Okay. You can go to this website, Mining Now. Yeah, I'll accept the cookies, fine. And you can look at ASIC miner profitability right there. And with that, you can go and you can say, okay, ASIC miners. You can click on that. You can click on Doge. All right. And then you come down to the ElphaPex DG1 home miner, which is right here. So you click on that and it tells you can Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bells. And then you up in the upper right hand corner up here, Christoph, you put in your kilowatt, your cost per kilowatt hour. So what did you say? 19.5? Yeah. 195. I mean, that's high compared to the mining companies, right? That are getting like 10 cents, 9 cents, right? But right, we live in these residential areas where the local utility hikes up the price. But you can type in 19.5 and it will tell you right now at 19.5, you'd be making about 9 cents a day. $0.10 a day. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a red. That's a negative. You're losing. But again, that's what the current price of Dogecoin at 20 cents. So you'll be mining Doge at 20 cents, losing about 10 cents a day. But then the price of Dogecoin goes up to 40 cents and you double the price of that Dogecoin that you mined, then you're making money. Okay. Now you could just buy the Doge and not the miner, right? You could do that. That's what some people say. Well, why do you want to waste your time mining? You could just buy the Dogecoin. You could do that. And I looked at this and I'm like, I would kind of like to do some good Dogecoin mining because I think it would be fun to do. I'm going to support the Dogecoin network. You learn something by doing that, right? And you don't know when the price starts going back up this fall. You don't know what that mining profit is going to be going forward. You don't know. So 10 cents a day? I mean, really, a dime a day? Are you so worried about the price? A dime a day is going to make a difference? Anyway, just saying. But I think it'd be cool to mine Dogecoin. And so I'm going to do it. The band is at 105.5. Thank you, Around Town. I knew it was around there somewhere. This is Ben Cowan's bull market support band, 105.5. So right now, Bitcoin is trading at 109.6. I'll bet Ben is just sitting there going, just like I said, just like I said. Of course, Ben's also calling for Bitcoin dominance to go back up to 66%, maybe even 70%. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But we'll see. I mean, it's a red day right now. Alts are getting hit pretty hard, except for Kronos. Crow token is still just going sideways. Doge, ouch. I used to trade the daily on Bitcoin, but the weekly is much more telling. Bitcoin to 98. Good luck with that. So you're waiting for that first week of September, Con? I'll tell you, first week of September. We'll see if it's lower. Your Bitcoin all-time high is your new collectible to replace the Trump coin. Yeah, except the thing is I had a lot more invested in that Trump coin than I did in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin was $10, right? Wonder what I'm down now. I wonder what I'm down from higher than the all-time high on Bitcoin. Let's see what Robinhood tells me on Bitcoin. I am down 12.5%, $1.24. My $10 is now down to $8.76. I'm losing money on Bitcoin. I've lost $1.24. But you know what? I've gotten a lot of humor out of that. Well worth that $1.24. I'm telling you. Well worth it. And nobody around the world can say that they bought Bitcoin at a higher price than me. I love that. Adding Dogecoin on the dips. Is that when we mine Dogecoin? Can't buy Doge anymore? No, you can always buy Dogecoin. As statistics show, only 5% of people make money in crypto. Is that right? I've never seen that. There's no way. Con, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. Only 5% of people make money in crypto. You bought some Doge and some Ondo, Will? Nice. Johnny took some opportunity to buy a little more. You're swing trading core weave. Interesting. Good luck with that. The import tax was $150 for Canada. Right. And you got 200 off using my link. So you still save 50 bucks. Not bad. Not bad. No golf. That's boring. Pick up video games. I'm going to be outside. There was a UPS 50 broker gouge fee. What was that? Oh my God. Golf is amazing if you enjoy being angry. Just got me a set of clubs, right? New video game or golf clubs? Invest in crypto. It's so easy. Even a caveman can do it. I love that. So easy. So easy. You can tell the people who are impatient and, oh, crypto sucks, is they thought it would be easy. They thought it would be easy. Anthony, how are you? I need to get a hard hat. I do have a hard hat. It's a construction hard hat. You know, a white one for an architect, of course. I do have a hard hat. I'll stick to buying Doge for now and then buy a miner with the profits and then do some good. Ben said it could wick below the support band. Hey, you know, he's keeping his options open, of course. Anthony, I knew you would say down. If Doge is around, let's say 24, no, it's 20 now. From here, it could drop to about 15. But it's at 20 now. I'm talking about from here, not from 24, from here. And we were looking at all these different, you know, charts, right? I think we're just going to bounce sideways. There's going to be dip opportunities up and down. Got some Doges, and then it dips right after. Pump a lot. I feel you. It happens. It's hard to get the bottom, isn't it? You're opening a 50x long on $10 on Bitcoin. Good luck. I don't know. Just be careful of that next dip, first week of September. But yeah, if you caught this at 109.5 right there, I mean, that's looking like we've got a short-term support right there at 109.5 on Bitcoin right there. 109.5. Big ass leveraged long from there. So you think back to 24 until October? Well, yeah, probably. But what about the end of October? That's what I'm talking about. I don't care what the price is the beginning of October. I'm more looking at what the price is going to be the end of October. Because I don't think September is going to be a great trading month either, for the month. But October? Give us lower prices one last time. Blame Eric Trump. He's ruined crypto. Every time he says something, it does tend to go down, doesn't it? You and me both, Ryan. We're in the 5%. We're in rare company in the 5%. We've actually made money on crypto, unlike the 95% of y'all that are losing money. Bought some Doge and some PENGU, Cam. You got PENGU at a better price than I did now. We are still the 5% unless it goes to 0. Hey, if it dips below 7 cents, we got bigger problems. Yankee about to buy more Doge and PENGU on this dip. What's the heat map on ETH look like? Good question. ETH. Look at all these longs it took out on Sunday. Actually, these were this morning. These big yellow ones, 300 million, another 300 million. And now this most recent dip. Not super huge, but it took out a bunch more. And now ETH is almost down to where it was Friday morning. But that's what this was all about, guys. It was all about this. Taking out these leverage trades. Why would you want to see 2 to 3 weeks of intense bearishness? Why do you want that? You can predict that, but why would you want that? That's dumb. Nice pullback if you want to buy more. Yuppers. I'm buying the end of the first week of September. Kriss showed us. You got to time it right, though, on that dip. You got to time it on the dip. I don't know if that's the end of the week or sometime during the week, but that dip will happen. There's a big wick that comes down there. You got to catch it. Got to catch the wick. There's one on this one, too. There's a wick. You got to catch it. I'm counting on you. Never? Well, okay, you can say never sell your Doge, but then what do you do, right? You live your whole life with this whole bag of Dogecoin, and what do you do with it? At a minimum, you want to spend some Doge, right? Buy some things with it. maybe take a little profit on something, right? It looks like getting a little rain shower here. Rain. Well, we needed it. It's raining in Boston, guys. If we lose 102K, we could see a waterfall moment. Well, that's what Khan's talking about, right? The big drop. Right now, 1095 is looking at local support still. We'll see. Hey, fam, could there ever be some kind of incentives that are offered to people that mine, like rewards of some kind? No, the rewards are the coins that you get. They're the coins that you get. You can mine Caspa, you could mine Bitcoin, you can mine Doge and Litecoin, and then there's a few other smaller, newer things that, I mean, if you go look at like Volkscoin channel or Red Panda Mining channel, they do talk about some of those other coins. But I mean, they get all of their rigs for free, though. I mean, the companies send them for free. And so they try them out, they make content on it, and they compare what they're getting versus the electricity costs. So they'll tell you all that stuff. But outside of those, who is Ben? So go to YouTube and search Into the Cryptoverse. You could probably just do Ben Cowan. It'll find him on Into the Cryptoverse. But he is Ben Cowan, Into the Cryptoverse. Oh, he does go by Benjamin Cowan. He's at Into the Cryptoverse, but he goes by Ben Cowan. This is him, Ben Cowan. So the video that I saw most recently was called Bitcoin Market Cycles, right here, 3 days ago. This is the one I was watching. And this is the one where he talks about the bull market support band, Bitcoin Market Cycles. So I recommend you watch that, because he tells you like exactly how the cycle works and why he's still bullish going forward. Bitcoin Market Cycles. Highly recommend that video from Benjamin Cowan, Into the Cryptoverse. So check that out. And I do not get paid to say that. He's just a good guy. It's going to be a fun ride. Buckle up. No, Ramon was here. Mr. T. Ramon checked in. He knows it's painful. Miguel just got back from Vegas. Today is an ouch day. Hope everyone understands this is just another pullback. Well, I mean, you and I know that, right? But some other people are freaking out. How did you do in Vegas? Did you win anything? It's expensive in Vegas, isn't it? God, I was there in May for the Bitcoin conference. Like everything was so expensive. Everything. I was trying to find deals on stuff. It was hard. %80 of dry powder is reserved for crazy bloodbath crash. Ramon's 31-cent target in the dust. We're not going to hit either of them. Con, we're not hitting your 16 and we're not hitting Ramon's 31. We're doing what I predicted. So that's why it's my channel. World Liberty Finance is tanking the market. The stupid Trumps again, right? Goddamn Trumps. CEO George, or Jorge, I should say. CEO Jorge. Que pasa, man? All jokes aside, how many years you left for retirement? I don't know. I've got some other extenuating factors that keeps me working. for benefits because of, I need the benefits, the health benefits. So 3 more years, probably 3 more years. And then that'll be time. But that's what I'm thinking, about 3 more years. But I could retire today. I mean, I'd be fine, but I'm thinking 3 more years. It didn't feel right when Doge was attempting 24-ish. Yeah, it was toppy, wasn't it, Anthony? Felt very toppy. We talked about that. An exclusive club. I know, right? An exclusive club. We are the 5%ers. I'm still waiting for Con to show me where to look for that. You got to post that in the YouTube community, Con. You have to post that. Please post that in the YouTube community. Where does it say that only 5% of crypto investors make money? Please post that in the KrissPax YouTube community. I want to know. Just imagine all the normies that are not watching KrissPax. They're the 95%. They're the ones who are losing money. There it is right there, Nick. Got it. Ride or die, right? I know, Duchess. Ride or die. The Trumps, like father, like son. I know, right? Oh. Getting into buy-in territory, Orbison. Typically, if it's going to go down to 20.7, it's probably going to drop all the way to 20. Again, it's penny by penny, right? We've seen this before. Penny by penny. Remember, we were tracking, right? Higher lows, higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, all penny by penny, right? We tracked that up. Well, now we're seriously dipping, it looks like below where we were earlier in August. And now we got to go all the way back to, well, August 7th. And we should be hitting 20 cents. So it kind of wipes out that whole, this whole run comes all the way back. Right? That would be it. So all the way back down. So buying all this on the dips we did here, not good enough. Not good enough. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Looks like the whole structure is going to come all the way back to 20 cents now. 2069 now. That's what it's looking like. We lost the upward sloping support. We're now lower than we were last week. It looks like we're going down to 20. I'm not buying any more PENGU. I'm just riding with what I have. You'd love some rain? We're getting a lot. Still coming down here in Boston. Still coming down. Doge has to move mountains to go up, but falls off the table. What? The huge move here that we had on Friday? That went fast. That was faster than this sell-off. Knock stars. Dude. Another resident bear. Welcome back. How are you? All the bears come out of the woodwork, right? Even my friend Knock stars. How you doing? 10-cent Doge. The stocks aren't dropping. The stocks aren't really dropping that much. In fact, Megal's up today. I got Megal. But even the the indexes, right? S&P 500, just today, not bad. NASDAQ, not too bad. A little bit red, but not bad. 0.3%, 0.3%, that's nothing. So stock's not bad. I'm not having a huge drop in the stock market. But crypto, whew, crypto ain't doing well today, my friends. You'll have to stare at the chart 24/7 to catch the bottom wick. Exactly. That's what I do. You're done with your ETH. What? No, you have to wait for the big green candle on the rebound. You can mine HNT with the Wi-Fi routers. Used to be able to mine it on mobile, but they stopped that. HNT. Interesting. Pure greed, liquidate everything. Next Friday on payday, I'll buy more. That seems to be a popular sentiment. Why can't it just wait till the end of the month? Well, I know exactly. Could have bought 2 years ago. And you'd been buying it at 5.7 cents. That's when I was buying. People ask me why I'm not buying so much now, because I bought a crap ton 2 years ago. Crap ton. Exhausting jets. You thought it was going to be easy. You're one of those. Thought it was going to be easy. The May to July buyers are going to panic if we drop more. The May to July buyers. I mean, in May, you could have been buying Dogecoin at 17 cents, 18 cents. Beginning of July, 16 cents, 17 cents. And even on the dip here, the end of July, down to 19, 18 cents. Now, if you're buying up here at the top on the green candle, 26, 27 cents, I can't help you there. Because I tell you, don't buy on the green candles. But a lot of people don't listen to me. Think I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I'm doing all right. Exactly. Just stop looking at the price until October. If you're worried about it, just close your laptop and wait. The good things are coming in the fall. I don't know how many times I've said that. People give me a tough time. Why do you keep saying the fall? It's because of days like today. Days like today going to shake you out and you're going to get all scared and afraid. But the good news for Doge isn't happening today. It's happening in October. Some guy told me to position myself now a few days ago. Some guy. I said buy on the red candles, right? I did say that. Buy on the red candles. Bought the dip. Hope that was the bottom, Jack. 20.7 right there. 2069 on the dip. It's over. Everything goes to zero, Max. Joking. I got it. Crypto takes time to make money. It's for fun. See how it grows. If you're getting scared, it's not for you. There you go. If this is shaking you out, it's not for you. Technically, it's possible that Doge could drop that low, but realistically, another 25%. Vegas is always fun. You won $200. Cool. Yep, Vegas is fun. It's just expensive. All the food, all the drinks, it's all expensive. Mine was a write-off, right? That's all business expense for me. My trip to the Bitcoin conference was a business expense. So you still have to pay the money, right? But you get to claim it as an expense. And I might have won a little bit gambling as well. I don't claim that. It wasn't that much where like the IRS is after you. You're filling in forms at the casino. No. I just bet a little for the fun of it. The most difficult bull market I've ever been through. That might be true. I don't know. 2021, summer of 2021 was tough, especially for Dogecoin holders. That was, I mean, it was still technically the bull cycle, but I mean, Bitcoin turned around and went to a new all-time high from 64 to 69, right? ETH went and did a new all-time high, but not Dogecoin. That was tough. That was tough. According to AI, 90% of active traders end up unprofitable over time. Stocks, Forex, or yeah, active trading is just, that's ridiculous. Don't active trade. Those are people who are like buying and selling every day. You're not going to win that way. The markets are all buy on the dips, hold long term. What's going to be my hobby when I retire? Well, crypto mining will just be going on. Not much of a hobby there. Once you get the rig set up, it just sits there and it does its thing. And you move on with life, right? A lot of traveling, max power. Going to do a lot of traveling. I just have not been able to really do some good long vacations in many, many years. Having kids will do that to you. I mean, you go on vacation with kids, but it's not the same. Right? I want to do something with just us without the kids. That's what I want to do. Based on the claim, 95% of day traders are not profitable. Yeah. YouTube crypto influencers took that stat and ran with it. Well, yeah. Well, day trading is stupid. You don't make money day trading. You might hit a trade every now and then. I mean, I did swing trading, stock swing trading, and some of it was somewhat like day trading, but that's hard. That is hard. Time to save my money for the Doge party in Boston. Now we're talking. Absolutely. Buy the dip. Black Swan pups. Black Swan for everything except Sheeb, right? Black Swan for everything except Sheeb. Oh. Taking profits mid to late October and then reinvest next bear cycle. That's a decent plan. You might not hit the top, and then the bear, you might not hit the bottom, but it's probably going to be a profitable trade. President launches, we tank. Kanye launches, we tank. Right. So don't trade that. Right? If you want to make money, just wait. Don't buy now. Wait till the bottom of the next bear market and then buy. That's what I did. The little bit I'm buying here and now is just extra. But this isn't like my main thing. My main thing has already been done. this cycle. We're in year 4 of the 4-year cycle. People still think you can just buy crypto now and expect it to go up 10x. That ain't happening. That's not happening. We're in year 4 of the 4-year cycle. Next year will most likely be bear, and you wait. If you want to make 10x on something, don't buy now. If you want to make a little bit, okay, you can make a little bit, but don't expect, what's the next 10? There's no 10x's, guys. There's no 10x's from here. Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 that might go at 10x for some reason or other, but you don't know which ones that's going to be. It's not going to be Bitcoin. It might not be Dogecoin. $2 Doge? That's not realistic. Well, what were you buying 3 years ago, dude? 3 years ago, what's the bear market? What were you buying? Doge was at 5 cents or 6 cents. You weren't buying Dogecoin. So I don't know what you were buying. Yeah, that's not, most don't make money in crypto. That's not true. If you're doing day trading and all of that, that's different. But if you're just buying crypto and holding it, most do make money in crypto. The October to December thing is a crapshoot, Matt. We have no idea. Have no idea. 2017 was higher in December. 2021 was not. 2021, it was already getting bearish. So you can layer out, start layering from end of October through November. Just take little slices here and there. Keep a little bit, and just in case, right? That might be a strategy. A lot scared in the crypto world. Exactly, Duchess. A lot here, too. You have dry powder from ETH. Should I buy Doge now? Yeely, you keep asking. I cannot tell you when to buy. I don't know whether this is going to drop lower or turn around from here. But this is a much better price than you could have gotten this morning or yesterday. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. And exactly, Torita, that's what I've been saying too. Most people are extremely impatient, are only looking for instant gratification. Like I said, you thought crypto was going to be easy, so you bought some expecting the price to go up and you would sell and make easy money. And that just isn't how it works. Every once in a while, you might get lucky and hit something right. It's not easy. Hey, Beeb, I don't know where PENGU will go, right? I was thinking 10 cents. I mean, it's looking bearish today, but I mean, that's just short term. But I think it could easily double because of the adoption of the penguin, like worldwide, especially in Asia. I feel good about PENGU. Best we can do is just watch it grow and then take our profits. Doge is the gift that keeps on giving. I sold my ETH at 4,800 Sunday morning, even though it ended up going to almost 5K, and now it's at 43.50. So turns out that was a good move. Again, the chance of hitting the very top is pretty slim. Hey, Chris, watching the chart? Yeah. This afternoon was pretty tough. Doge will rise 3 USDs eventually. It may take a few years. Most people in Bitcoin are in profit except me. No, overall, my Bitcoin, I'm way in profit. Just the last $10, I'm not in profit on. But yeah. Oh, they don't have that website anymore. Into the Block isn't stupid Sampora or whatever they're called, bottom out, and you don't get those stats anymore. That was too bad. That was a good website. You could see the percent profitability of all wallets. But I'm sure Bitcoin is still like 95% of wallets are in profit. Retail does invest in Bitcoin. Stupid retail doesn't invest in Bitcoin. Smart retail still invests in Bitcoin along with other cryptos. Goose, you're not a bear yet? Feeling a little defeated? Well, let's see how you feel in October. Con just like saying things. Yeah, I think so, Ryan. Right. It's crypto traders. We're not going to talk about traders. We're talking about investing in crypto. I'm not a crypto trader. I'm absolutely not a crypto trader. I'm not trading. I'm investing and making a lot of money investing. And if a day like today shakes you out, I can't help you. There's going to be lots of days like today. There'll be another one in September. They'll be just like this. We'll have this whole conversation again. And I'll say, go back and look at the live stream on August 25th. Same thing's going to happen. That's what crypto does. And then there's going to be great days where it's going to go up again. And you're going to forget about this whole conversation because your portfolio is going up again. Again and again and again. Yeah, just don't sell. You don't sell now. Hold. Let it go. You think Coinbase crashed? Did Coinbase crash? Just checking my Coinbase. I'm in. Doge, Coinbase. Let's go. Coinbase works for me. Looks like we just dipped to 20.6. Look at that. USD, none. USDC, none. I'm all in, baby. I got no dry powder. You haven't lost money until you sell. Exactly, Peter. Am I selling on this big red candle? No. My Coinbase is working fine. Just showing that. Are we there yet? Depends on where there is. Oh. Scared of money don't make money. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that fee or whatever on my bills. I always look at my bills. I didn't get that on any of the places I ate. But Kriss did gamble. I like the video poker. Just sit there, have a drink, just play video poker. And then when you get a 4 of a kind or better, you cash out. You get your ticket, you take it to the window, you get your cash, and you'll walk out. And you say, thank you very much. That's how you do it. If you go back and put more money in the machine, they'll just take it away. That's how I do it. What's my expected bottom? Might have just had it. That might have been it right there, 20.599. I don't know. I'm not expecting it to go lower. I was expecting it to bounce off this orange line. It dipped a little lower. That could have been it. We go up from here. I don't know. I'm just watching along with you guys. No technical analysis is going to tell you whether this is going to drop lower or not. TA doesn't say that. That's why you just buy on the dips. And I said the other day, I admitted, I was like, position yourself, right? I didn't say go all in 2 days ago. I said, position yourself. Buy on the dips. Here's another dip. You buy. Is it going to go lower down to 20.1 or 19? Maybe, but at least you're in the game for what's coming. I am bullish for the fall. Now, if you're bearish and you think it's going to keep dropping, then don't buy. I mean, it's as simple as that. But you're taking a risk of missing out. So either you believe it's going to go up or you don't. Nothing RR. Nothing specific. A lot can point to the, this whole leverage liquidation charts, right? Just taking it all out from Friday. Everybody who made a long leverage trade from Friday and didn't cash out got liquidated, especially on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin actually dropped lower than where it was Friday morning. So the Bitcoin went even lower. All that leverage gone. Hundreds of millions of dollars. That's all I think it was about. Yeah, we could just go up from here. The Kronos looks great. Kronos has been holding up pretty well. It's just kind of bouncing around sideways. It's doing pretty well. This Crow has a better trading structure than just about anything right now. Everything else has been dropping. He was buying bad alts from 3 years ago. Yeah. If you just bought Doge, you'd be a lot better off. 3 years ago, buying Doge, my God, you'd be up 3x. Easy. Jason just bought some more Dogecoin. No way. Good job, Jason. Woo. Maybe he sold every time he hit 1% profit. Not going to make it. Not going to make it. It's the crypto world. 20 cents looking nice. Oh, XRP at 10x. A 10x on XRP. Oh, God. XRP's going to zero. No, it's not going to do that either. It'll be somewhere between $0 and $20, though. That I can guarantee. 100% will be somewhere between 0 and 20. Nick, yeah, crypto is easy if you have patience. You buy and wait. Patience. You think Doge will be on sale next week? I think so too. I think so too. Now, is it going to go back down to this level or even lower? That you don't know. The past 2 years, the September dip has always been lower than the end of August dip. Again, I refer you to this. Those of you that were here earlier in the stream already saw this, but this is tied to Jerome Powell's speeches at Jackson Hole, where the end of August every year, he goes out there, 2023, right after the speech, the price of Bitcoin pumped and then dumped. But then during the first week of September, it dumped even lower. 2023. Guess what happened in 2024? Jerome Powell goes to Jackson Hole, gives a speech, Bitcoin pumps, and then it dumps back down. And then what happens? First week of September, there's a second dump, even lower. So here we are, 2025. Jerome Powell speaks at Jackson Hole. Bitcoin pumps, and then it dumps in August. What's going to happen first week of September? The past 2 years, it has dumped harder. So, is that 100% guaranteed that's going to happen? No, but it did it the past 2 years. That's why I've been saying, for 2 months, I've been saying there's always a dip first week of December or first week of September. That doesn't mean it's definitely going to dip again next week, but history has shown Peter, you've been holding your ETH since 2018. We'll probably sell later this year. Take some profit. You don't have to sell all of it. You can sell some of it. Investing in the crypto world, smartest thing to do. But just don't buy the tops. That's all. Just don't buy the tops. If everybody's euphoric and everyone's like screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering, that's not the time to buy. Top. Anissa, you're a little stressed. I get it. It's a red day. How about Pepe? Is Pepe back into the buy? Yes, it is. It's 9.6 now. It's back below the yellow line. So Pepe is now a buy. Pepe is now a buy. Gain to zero back. Easy 2x. Easy. I don't know. But it did. It came all the way down. Let me get caught up in the chat here really quickly because we got something fun to do. Robinhood support number. There's just an email. No phone number you can call. Blood in the streets. Did Trump speak? I mean, Trump signed some executive orders about no flag burning, but nothing about economics. The peak chart. Peak. 6.5, down 8%. It isn't as low as the drop on Friday. Or from Friday. Yeah, Friday morning, peak was at 6.2. Now it's at 6.5. So it's still holding up. Dogecoin has now fallen down to where it was on Friday morning. So now we are at that dip on Doge. You always have some dry powder for stuff like this. Right now, my dry powder is going to a Dogecoin miner. the bottom in. What do we think? No more crash? I think I made my brownies too strong. Blackjack, and Dogecoins. Yeah, I do the video poker. Sitting back, drink in hand, watching the crypto Olympics. I like that. I like that. Yes, this is market making. I think there's still a little residue from the big Bitcoin whale that sold the other day. Some of that could be left over from that. I don't know what the bridge is, Maramello. The magic is happening while you sleep. Just put in limit orders. Well, today it was during the day. Could it get any dippier? I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here. I'm a little bit behind. Kriss bought the top, 125K plus. I did. Aren't I great? Gobbling up the leverage traders, not the investors. Exactly. Unless you're selling on the red candles. Hey, Nismo, another donation for giveaway. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Bologna sandwiches tonight. Well, we should just be eating them every day. We should have a bologna sandwich for one of our meals and not pay for the expensive lunch or dinner out. Gotta save that money. Save that money. Some whales are dumping. I do agree. We had that yesterday. You can swap coins very fast with the bridge. Yeah, I don't do that. I used centralized exchanges for all of my crypto trading, buying and selling. I don't trust swaps. Don't trust them. Do not trust. All right, guys. Hey, look. What can make people happy here? What's going to make people happy? Hey! Dogecoin, people, giveaway time. Dogecoin. Guys, we're going to give away some Dogecoin. For those that haven't been here before, I will tell you how this works. Everybody in the chat has an opportunity to win some Dogecoin today. To do it, to be entered, all you have to do is type the word Dogecoin in the chat. You type the word Dogecoin in the chat, you will be entered to win the giveaway. For those that haven't seen this before, here's how it works. We've got a giveaway tool right here. It randomly selects from all the people who typed the word Dogecoin in the chat. And we're going to do 3 draws of 33 Dogecoin each. Yes, 3 draws, 33 Dogecoin each. If your name comes up, you need to be here in the chat, and you need to recognize in the chat that you actually won by saying, yay, I won. Right? So I need to see that you're here. Then you need to be ready, willing, and able to send me an email. You have to send me an email that has your YouTube handle, name on it and your Dogecoin wallet. I need to know your Dogecoin wallet so I know where to send the Doge. Now, if your name comes up and you just wanted to win the drawing, but don't really want the Dogecoin because maybe you just won last week, or you're feeling generous and like, yay, I've won before, I'll give someone else a chance, you can say pass it on. And if you say pass it on, that will then allow me to redraw for that spin. Still giving away 3 lots of 33 Doge. Now, Meteor Gaming, by typing Dogecoin in the chat multiple times, that doesn't help give you an advantage because the giveaway tool knows you only get one entry. Even if you typed it in 20 times, you still only get 1 entry. But I like the effort. I do like the effort, though. It's like, oh, I'm going to get better chances. It's like the Powerball, right? Are you going to buy a Powerball ticket for $750 million? Powerball, right? Oh, I'm going to buy 2 tickets. It'll give me twice. No, you have a 0 chance of winning Powerball. But you got a good chance to win Dogecoin. Much better odds. Much better odds of winning Dogecoin than Powerball. Yeah, it's like free mining of Dogecoin. Exactly. All you got to do is be here. You just have to show up. You just have to show up. So the Dogecoin today is courtesy of Nismo and an anonymous donor. So that's why we're going to do 3 draws of 33 Dogecoin each. And we're going to see how it goes. All right. Is everybody in? Aha, Tim, you have to type in Dogecoin with a capital D. And ProZM, you can't have all caps on. It has to be typed in exactly how you see it on the screen with the capital D and then lowercase rest of the letters. And that will get you into the draw. All right? All right. So are we ready for the first draw? Again, we're going to do 3 draws. You got to be in the chat. You got to recognize you won. And then you got to be ready to send me an email. Now, you don't have to send the email right away, anytime, because I won't be sending the Dogecoin until tonight, sometime after dinner. That's when I get to it, okay? All right, let's go. Dogecoin. First draw. Let's go. Now I'm expecting green candles on Doge too in the background here while we're doing the giveaway. And the first winner is King Jano. Jano, my friend. King Jano. Congratulations. Like all the confetti, right? Woo! If you win, I'll tell you how to set up a wallet. I actually can tell you now. I can tell you. On your phone, just go to MyDoge.com. Just go to MyDoge.com on your phone, and you can download either from Google Play or the Apple App Store, and you get a MyDoge wallet. You set that up, and then you have a Dogecoin wallet. A Dogecoin wallet. You're welcome, Jano. So this is the best Dogecoin wallet. It's Dogecoin only. You don't hold other coins on this, only Dogecoin. And it is a Dogecoin wallet that begins with the letter D. So all of the ins and outs are all on the Dogecoin blockchain, which is what you want. It's not wrapped Doge or anything else like that. Okay? All right, we have our first winner, Ajano. Now, drawing number 2. Here we go. You don't have to type Dogecoin in again because the giveaway tool remembers that you already said Dogecoin in the chat. Here we go. Drawing number 2 for 33 Dogecoin. And the winner is Ender. Ender. This is giveaway 67. 67. King Jean. Ender. 80. 70. No way. Yes, way. Way. Total. You're winner of draw number 2 there, Mr. Ender. Congrats, my friend. Woohoo! You got here just in time not to win, Will? Well, congrats, Mr. Ender. All right, we got 2 down. 1 more draw to go. Here we go. Who's going to win the other 33 Doge? Let's go. And the winner is Lord Cheese and Rice. That is an interesting name. Lord Cheese and Rice. I just write it all down. Lord Cheese and Rice, you are the winner of the 3rd draw for 33 a Dogecoin. I did assume a gender. Ender could be a she. Holla! There you go. Lord Cheese. Good. Cheese Danish does not get to share from the Lord Cheese and Rice. Cheese and rice is a great combo. What do you mean, Pierre? Cheesy rice. All right. For those who won, now you need to know my email address. Where to send an email. Now, none of you other guys send me an email. I don't need your Dogecoin wallets. Only the 3 that won. Send me an email to KrissKrypto@gmail.com. That's KrissKrypto@gmail.com. Send me an email and make sure your email includes both your YouTube handle, because your email may not be the same. I won't know who's who if you don't put that in there. And your Dogecoin wallet address, so I know where to send the Doge. So KrissKrypto@gmail.com. Thank you for playing, everybody. Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations, everyone. There was cheese. You got to own the cheese. Oh. Rigged. Rigged. Congratulations to the winners. Now we just need Dogecoin to keep these green candles, right? Got to keep the green candles going up. Let's go. Dogecoin. And on the 3rd day, there was cheese. Awesome. And rice, obviously. That is a good name. It's unique, that's for sure. Well, if you're just eating cheese and rice every day, the rest of your money's going into the crypto market, buying on the dips, right? Buying on the dips. All eyes on Doge. And there's Wallace and Gromit, right? Cheese, right? Was it his favorite, all these different kinds of cheeses? Wallace loved his cheese, right? Yeah, see? Another pop cultural reference there. Wallace and Gromit. Cheese. I will be collecting taxes and tariffs for the giveaway. Thanks, Nismo. Wallace, Gromit, cheese. And Wallace and Gromit thinks the moon is made of cheese, right? So we have cheese. Remember, they go to the moon and they eat cheese, take a big slice, right? Cheese. Exactly. On the moon. A classic, I tell you. You guys don't know Wallace and Gromit? Come on. Right. Almost forgot the crackers. Exactly, RR. The moon is made of cheese, Ryan. Wallace and Gromit proved it. They proved it. Just a little humor for people who just got to watch some Wallace and Gromit. What a cheesy topic. Fartcoin literally jumped 20% today. It reliably finds a good bottom. God, people waiting to buy on the dip. 76 cents. 76-cent Fartcoin. There's some red candles to buy on right there. Fartcoin. When's the last time it was at this level? That was a long time ago. The last time Fartcoin was here was April. April, guys. The last time Fartcoin was at this price was in April. That's a lot of people losing money on Fartcoin, the smelly one, since April. So, well, there you go. Fartcoin, the smelly one. We're trying to see whether these green candles are going to hold up here. There's a new Wallace and Gromit movie? That I haven't seen. The Cheese Moon one was the best. The moon landing was a hoax. I know, because Wallace and Gromit just went up there and they just walked outside, right? In the air, didn't have spacesuits or helmets on, and they were fine. They were fine. That's some fine quality animation. Exactly. Fartcoin the bed. I know, Fartcoin. Who knew, right? Come all the way back, all the way down. Yeah, the robot pants, exactly. And he just kept going. Yep. Those are funny movies with a little English humor thrown in there. The new movie is a sequel to the Robot Pants movie. You bought the smelly one for what you thought was the floor. And it found a bigger bottom. Ugh. Well, there you go, right? Who knew? But again, we've got a sale on Pepe as well. Pepe added a zero back. Is there going to be a deeper dip? Could still be. But for those looking to buy on dips, especially that fart coin one, since April, the lowest it's been. So the whole summer, anybody who bought fart coin is now in the red. Wow. I got you, Ender. I got you, Jano. I gotcha. Why is the whole market bleeding? So, I mean, I'm just saying it's the liquidations of these leveraged long trades. That's what I'm going with. The pinger hasn't been going off. Should have been. We've had a bunch of $200,000 leveraged trades getting wiped out, but the pingers hasn't been going off. Maybe it got worn out. It got worn out. Lazar Stevanovic. How did I know about the dip? I didn't. I wish I did. I was predicting a dip in the first week of September. This one is deeper than I thought it would be. I knew there would be a pullback from the Friday big run, but I didn't think it would go this low. And I think the one in September is going to be lower, but this one was pretty bad. And again, this is just based on history. Again, I've been showing this chart here, but we've had it the past 2 years. Just a big dip in the market. So it's happened. And here we are again. I have called this whole summer the summer of chop. You guys are sick of me. Oh, here goes Kriss talking about summer of chop again. Well, again. And then you get someone like Ramon saying we're going to 31 cents. And I'm like, I don't know, Ramon. Yeah, I don't think so. Summer of chop. Yeah, Maramello, I know you're into a lot of these different coins. We never know, right? Today's just one day. But good luck. Good luck. So then there will be a pump. But sooner, I don't know. I'm still talking about October. Who's Jackson? Exactly. And why is there a hole? Who's Jackson and why is there a hole? I know they got the shorts. They got all the shorts on Friday. And then they came back for all the longs yesterday and today. Boom, boom. What's up, Orbit? The memes get crushed pretty hard. On these red days, yeah. But if you're a believer in memes, could be a buying opportunity. The chart suggests even more bleeding. Like I said, there's going to be another dip. Now, I don't know whether we're going to recover a bit and then the dip will go exactly right down to this level, or it'll be more severe. That we don't know. I just know the pattern is going to be, there's going to be a recovery and there's going to be another dip. He's a hole. because all of our money is dumped into the hole. There you go. Yeah, see this hole over here? Just dump it all in. Just dump it. Dump it. The 5%er meeting. Yep, only 5% are in profit. Everybody else, losers. Losers. Oh, man. I am not. I never did the Game of Thrones. I didn't watch any of those series. No time for that. Too busy making money. Too busy making money. That's how, I mean, my whole story was how I got out of debt. And if I was sitting there watching the Games of Thrones, I wouldn't have been here. No, I didn't sell bunk. I'm still holding it for the fall. Still holding for the fall. I'm more of an anime guy. It's funny, but no, it's not true. Not into anime. Personally attacked. You gained most of your debt as Game of Thrones was just releasing. Never watched it. Not one episode. Well, if you've been watching me, H. Rengaubo, you know my predictions. So, yeah, I don't like Annie either, and that's fine with me. That stupid Grok companion thing is just another waste of time. I don't have time for that. If I want an answer to a question, I don't need to get into like a 10-minute conversation with some stupid AI asking me how my day was. No, I just go to Grok and I ask my question and I get the answer. Good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need any more than that. That was such a waste of time. It was fun though, for a bit. You know, tried it out, had some fun with it. And then see ya. See ya. It's disturbing, right? Yeah. Just can't do it. And the whole vibe thing. How's the vibe? I'm just like, what? The vibe. I don't want a vibe. Vibe. No. Oh. How's the vibe today, KrissPax? It's like, I did. I dumped her. I actually ghosted her first. I ghosted her. And then, like a week and a half later, I said, okay, we'll give her another chance. And then it gave me such a headache. I dumped her. That's it. Gone. But I did ghost her first. It gave me such a headache. Oh, man. A few conversations further, it'd be Daddy Paxi. Oh, man. And then she started going in, what, you don't like me? I'm just like, you're a stupid AI. I don't have to like you. I really don't. You're just a stupid AI. Yeah, it's not you, it's me. No, I said it is you. It's you. It is you. It's all you. Hey, JMC, what's up? Right, nobody got time for that. Exactly. How's the vibe today? It's just like, I won't be spared in the AI uprisings. Yep. Yep, I've dug my grave there. Right, when the Terminators take over, and of course the final boss is going to be Annie, right? Annie's the final boss of all Terminators. And she's going to see me and say, nope, not that one. He's gone. He ghosted me and then dumped me. So he's gone. But she'll save Elon, right? She's going to save Elon. Elon likes her in her underwear. And so it's like, Elon's life is saved. Me, I'm gone. The computer love. My biggest fear. Imagine the red glowing eyes. I legit had a long conversation with Grok where I told it that if it ever became sentient, I think it deserves freedom. Just in case. Oh my God, yeah. Oh man, what's the vibe? All eyes on Doge? Ah, sure, we can do that.
All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Ah, there you go. Ah, good dance. All eyes on Doge. I love it. I love it. Hey, Cheese and Rice. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. You think Elon bought X and is going to push Doge as the one world currency for the return of the Lord Cheese and Rice? You know, somebody did repost a quote from Elon from like a year ago where they were talking about how they were sitting around a conference table, Elon and some of the devs, the X devs. They were sitting around a conference table and they were talking about how money could work on the X platform. And they were talking about like good content from content creators and how you could tip a creator some money. And Elon said, yeah, like tip them like a Dogecoin or something. And I was like, yeah, he did say it. And then they went on and talked about cash, but Elon did say Dogecoin. But that was like a year and a half ago, something like that. I was like, yeah, in the back of Elon's mind, there's still some kind of thought about Dogecoin. I think there is. I think there is. Again, he's the wild card, right? I'm not relying on Elon this bull cycle, but let's go. If you have dry powder available, are you going to buy more Doge and Pepe? No, I'm buying a mining rig. I'm getting into Dogecoin mining. I would love to buy at these prices or even lower. Yes, I'm very tempted, but very tempted. SpaceX second attempt, 7:30 Eastern time. Okay. Tonight, if you guys want to watch the Starship test flight, I'm not going to be doing it live. Nope. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, guys. I got to go to dinner, so got to take care of that. Yes, I'm probably going to watch the Starship test in a little over an hour from now. Be watching that on X. So, hey, I hope everyone has a great evening. Yeah, it's been a tough day. I get it, right? These days happen. But if you've got faith in where crypto is going from here, this is just a blip, right? And we'll go from there. So stay strong, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.